And good morning, Minecraft. This is Mr. Kasarian, and welcome to another episode of my Let's Play series. So, how is everyone today? Good, I hope, because I just got back from vacation. That's right, I am back in Massachusetts and ready to record. So I've been doing a bit of stuff off camera. This system may be a little interesting to you. So basically what we're doing here is we're taking a barrel, right? We're feeding it down using a hopper into this thing, the auto workbench from Buildcraft. 4 wood gears around a crafting table gets you the auto workbench. The auto workbench, you place the recipe in, and as you can see, as items are put into it, it filters it out into the correct recipe. And it's creating compressed cobblestone from extra utilities. That compressed cobblestone is then being turned into and stored in a barrel, because I ran out of space to store cobblestone. The other thing you may notice is this chest down here. Let me show you what that's doing. Where's the nearest elevator to where I'm standing? Not here, apparently. I know I put one over here somewhere. That's this system. You can see I ran some cable over from one of my boxes over here. And all it is a macerator and an electric furnace. And all it's doing is that chest up there is being pumped down into this chest, which is feeding into the macerator. It's then pumping out using this automatic wooden pipe, which is a faster wooden pipe, and some sandstone transport pipes to go into this iron chest, which then feeds down to the electric furnace, which pumps it out and sends it up into the chest that has all my metals in it. Right there. Awesome. Pretty simple system, right? Right. Okay. So today, what are we going to do? Well, today we're going to work on something new from a different What the hell was that doing there? Wasn't there previously? The heck? Okay. So what we're going to be working on today, alright, is some thermal expansion. Thermal expansion is another tech mod, very similar to Industrial Craft, but a little bit different. And will I do that? No, that's where that went. Diggers is locked, okay. The nice thing about the system, I can also just throw cobble in it, and it'll give me some glass. So, thermal expansion is a tech mod. It's similar to Industrial Craft. That's not where that goes. Oh, yes, I found this gravity gun in a chest, by the way. The gravity gun is wicked nice, because it allows you to pick up items, like chests, with a right click. And that puts it back down. That's how I moved that over there and swapped things around. Pretty simple, pretty easy. So that's biological, biological, that's biological. That's magical. Resort, please. That goes in there. This goes in here. As you can tell, I've been dealing with a lot of semi-random junk. Okay. Oh, and this needs to go away too. There we go. And now this goes away in here. Alright, so let's get some gold, because thermal expansion has changed a bit since we last dealt with it. To be quite honest with you, it's changed quite considerably, actually, since I last used it. It's no longer using as much the Buildcraft architecture as it was. So to get started, why don't we make an engine? They're called dynamos now. We have 4 of them to choose from. Steam, magmatic, compression, reactant. Fluid fuel, solid reactant. Oh, okay. That's interesting. But we're going to go for this, the magmatic. Invar, 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 invar. Oh, that's a lot of invar. Okay. How are we going to deal with this? I guess I have no choice but to make the invar. Oh, but that's an issue. Okay. So to make the invar, we need to process this ferrous ore, which we can't yet. So it looks like we're going to go for the steam dynamo, which is copper. Okay. So let's make ourselves the copper gears. Let's make 2 of these to start with. So, if I get some copper out of here, and I have some wood, Listen to that wonderful music. It's 1 gear, 2 gear, 3 gear, 4 gear. Alright, let's get that. 4 of those gears. Get me some wood gears. That gets me some stone gears. And this should get me some copper gears, like so. And now we needed a redstone coil. And for engines, we're going to need to make this one out of silver. And some redstone. Alright, I think this recipe's the same. Should be. Yes, redstone transmission coil. Anything else I need for these? Oh, just a little bit more redstone. They used to require pistons, but because they're not Buildcraft engines anymore, I guess that's changed. So we'll put that up there. We'll put that over there. And let's get ourselves our 2 steam dynamos. Awesome. These work a lot like Railcraft steam engines. And we're going to make something else to make them a little bit easier to work with. Why aren't you... I sent cobble down. I should have glass coming out the other side of that, shouldn't I? Except you're not running. Oh, are we out of power? Is that our problem? Is it nighttime out there? There's plenty of EU in there. Oh, I think it's nighttime out. Okay, fine. That's okay. Alright, nighttime. Great. I love those things. Took me forever to get to the ender pearls for them, but... Alright, where were we? I can't do much without glass. Do I have any glass laying around? Some thickened glass. Is that the only glass I have? Yeah, looks like it. Okay. So what we're going to do now is let's get ourselves some gold, some iron, and that glass. So let's make a machine frame. A machine frame is the basic you need for building block for just about every machine in thermal expansion. Machine frame. Ta-da! Alright, what we're going to make now is an aqueous accumulator. Glass bucket pneumatic servo. Okay, so we know how to make this, or at least I do. The pneumatic servo. Alright, so that redstone transmission coil we made with the silver. Alright, that's 3 of you. That is basically, let me make sure I got this up. Need some tin. The marker for a machine sends power. A redstone reception coil, which we'd make out of gold, would be a marker for the machine needs power. The pneumatic servo means that it doesn't need any power. It's fine as it is. And you make the servo like so. Pneumatic servo. I need some more iron, I believe. Thank you. Let's get ourselves that bucket. And I should have everything I need. Aqueous accumulator. And let's make ourselves some... They're not liquiducts anymore. They're fluiducts. Copper and lead. Okay. Copper and some lead. Here we go. I won't need that many, but better be safe than sorry, right? Let's get our buckets now. And let's go downstairs. Let's use this way to go downstairs, actually. Okay, so this is a bit of a different way of generating power. There we go. And the... Hold on. Thank you. And the way this works basically is, as I dig down underground a little bit, let's do it right here. That the steam dynamos require water to function. After all, you need water to make steam. So we're just going to drop that down, put that, that, and that. And, yes. Okay, so you can see that it's showing me what is inside these fluid ducts. On Wayla, up at the top, it says fluid duct to opaque water. That's what's inside of it. So we're just going to throw our steam dynamos down like so. And you can see they are happily filling up with water. Now these things generate RF, or redstone flux. What is redstone flux? Well, it's a replacement for Minecraft joules. I'm not certain why everyone decided they needed to switch over to RF, but they did. So now RF can be stored and transported. And we need to make some leadstone energy conduit. Lead, glass, and redstone. It's not too bad. Alright, so let's get ourselves a stack of redstone. Let's get ourselves some lead, and let's make a few of these. Alright. Lead, glass, and redstone. That should be enough. This is early tier stuff, so we don't want to use too much of it. So now we need a leadstone energy cell frame. Just a block of redstone. It's not too bad. Let's open this up. Paste it in. Awesome. And now I need a conductance coil, which is made with electrum. Ooh. Alright, electrum. Electrum is made by combining gold and silver. Now, I don't have the machine that would make this easy to do, so we have to do it over here. Which will, of course, take forever and a day, because these are Industrial Craft 2 machines. So, and we're also running out of power, which is a joyous, joyous thing to be dealing with. There we go. Got our silver dust and our gold dust. Not too bad. Let's throw these together. Get some electrum blend. Throw the electrum blend in your electric furnace. And you get electrum. So remember I said that the silver version was for sending power, the gold version receiving? What do you do and get when you combine them? You get something that can send and receive at the same time. Like so. So now we paste that in, and we get our leadstone energy cell. Not too shabby. Now why don't I get some coal? I had to move it to a barrel because I had so much of it. And let's hook this up. So leadstone, leadstone, right? Now where am I? Alright, there's the wall. Which I'm glad to now know where that is. Let's put our leadstone energy conduits in here. Let's bring that down there. Alright, we'll put our leadstone energy cell right here. And throw that on there. Oop, don't drop it. There we go. Now all we have to do is throw... of course it went in here. Is throw a wee bit of coal into these. And you can see that they're slowly generating steam. Now, I'm not certain if this actually means that these can accept steam from Railcraft boilers to generate RF, but... Alright, so now this guy is charging up. Notice he can send or receive 80 redstone flux per tick, and you can configure what sides he emits or receives on. Okay? And there's a nice little gauge over here. So we'll set the top to emit. Alright, so let's go back upstairs and let's start building up some more stuff. So what we need to do now is make a couple more of those machine frames, right? So let's get... Good. We have some real glass now. Whew. I was getting worried about that. So why don't we get ourselves... We'll put this random glass back. And we'll get ourselves this. Okay. So I need some gold too. Alright, so let's put our gold in the middle. Let's make ourselves a couple more machine frames, shall we? Or at least one more machine frame. Boof, machine frame. Because what we're going to make now is a pulverizer. I need a piston. That's not too bad. Put the redstone down there. And let's take a look at a piston, shall we? Get ourselves some iron. I got myself some planks and some cobble. Awesome. So, iron, redstone, planks. Gets us a piston. Now I need a couple pieces of flint. I should be able to put that in. Awesome. So now let's go install this pulverizer, shall we? So let's put the pulverizer right here. Pulverizer is charging up. You can see it has a maximum usage of 40 RF per tick. The nice thing about these is rather than IC2 machines, which will just shut down and kind of pulse their power, these machines will actually... Oh, I got a second piece of electrum. These machines will actually... Basically, they'll try not to run out of power. They'll throttle themselves down instead. So let's see if I got a bit more glass over here. I do. And let's get myself 2 more pieces of gold. We can put the lead back. 4 more of you. Oh, and I need some of the other stuff. We need to get ourselves some bricks for this, too. Which is why you just saw me get myself some clay. Okay, so let's get ourselves the machine frame, and let's get ourselves the clay. So, machine frame again. Oh, right, because it doesn't work like that. I forget sometimes. Let's get ourselves a machine frame. And we know for making a machine, we'll need a reception coil to boot. And we need another... We need the furnace. Redstone furnace. I need 2 bricks. Okay. I thought I did. Let's see if these guys are done yet. For that, they are... 2 bricks. Awesome. So now let's run over here. Redstone furnace. Clicky, clicky. Redstone furnace. Awesome. So let's put... There we go. We'll put our redstone furnace right there. All right. And let's get a chest and some ore so I can show you something here. Would I put it in the technical chest? Or I just don't have a spare chest on me, which is strange. Chest, thank you. Let's get that ferrous ore out, shall we? So all we need to do, let's put the chest right here. The cool thing about this stuff is that you can configure how these work. So notice all the colors in this inventory and all the colors over here, well, they match. So if I set, let me turn this one off and that off. And let's turn that to blue, which means it's an input. Now, I don't have anything inputting into it right now, but I will in the future. And set that to orange, so both of these sides output to the redstone furnace. That inputs and outputs. Okay, so let me throw some ferrous ore in here. It's going to process it. And if you notice, it just spit the pulverized ferrous metal out and deposit it directly into the redstone furnace, and it's now dumping that ferrous ingots out into the chest. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Just what I wanted to see. Alright, so why don't I come back in a few minutes once I've let that ferrous ore process up. Alright, so after letting that thing tear through more coal than I would have liked, getting plenty of pulverized ferrous metal, we are going to look up the recipe for Invar. 2 iron for every ferrous metal. So why don't we get about a half stack of iron and chuck it in the pulverizer. Now I've already turned off my machines that are downstairs, by the way. You can see these guys are storing energy and shut down, and we're just simply using the stored power in our leadstone energy cell to deal with the power transfer. I've also run this line all the way over here, and it's currently holding lava. And don't worry, we're going to be using this for a couple different things in the nearby future. Not just our thermal expansion power, because although solar's been working pretty well, I keep running into power issues with it. So we're pulverizing up some iron. Let me just do that, and some of this. The thing to remember is, pulverized ferrous metal is pretty much only used for Invar. That's basically all it's actually used for. So it's not a bad idea, you know, just turn it into Invar. Alright. Let's get some of that. Some of that. Some of this. Get some more of that. Don't forget, we're just running on our existing energy supplies right now. And some of it did get hooked up into ferrous ingots, which is perfectly fine by me. Another thing to remember about this machine is that rather than the IC2 machines that keep the item in this slot while it's processing... Oh, we changed that mechanic. Oh, okay. Ignore everything I just said. There we go, and we'll chuck that into here too. Oh, that's lead. Oh, jeez, okay. They look so similar, I'm now going to start getting them confused all of the time. So let's look up those Invar gears. Just some iron. Not too bad. Alright, so let's start off with 6 of them, shall we? We're going to need to pulverize up some more iron. Which is funny, because it means that I'm going to start getting low on iron in not too long a time. We got some more Invar coming. Okay, good. Alright, so let's get some redstone and some silver. Alright. So let's turn these into transmission coils. Put that there. That there. That goes like that. And that's not how you make a magmatic engine, apparently. Magmatic dynamo. Excuse me. And we get 3 of them. Awesome. So, already, in the course of 1 episode, we're replacing our steam system down here. Oh, right, don't try and break them. Anything thermal expansion? Just shift-click it. And so now we can put that and that. We put our magmatics down like that. And they will automatically start running. Awesome. Now they're going to eat some lava, so don't worry too much about it. But they can generate a whole heck of a lot more RF per tick than you think they can. They can actually generate more, if you notice, than this machine can use. So I'm actually going to say require a high signal. So unless they're receiving redstone signal, they won't turn on. because this machine should be able to supply all of the power that my network actually needs right now. Because remember, my leadstone cell can only use about 80 RF per tick. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. So we have a basics of a thermal expansion system set up, which is what I was aiming for in the beginning of the episode. Pretty basic, pretty simple. On the other hand, I now have a way to process my invar. So if I get some more of this out. Invar goes in there. And I now have an aqueous accumulator and some steam dynamos for use later, which they can come in very handy. Put that away. Put that away. Resort, please. And let's put some of our metals away. Awesome. And we still have glass being produced, of course. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I've decided I want to build one more machine today. Let's make ourselves an induction smelter. Can we? 2 invar? I think we have that. Let's get 4 of that. 1 of you. 4 of you. Another piece of gold. Some redstone. And I'm going to need an empty bucket. I have a bucket. I forget what mod it was that let me do that. Apparently not this one. Plus, I don't really want to use that bucket because I like having 2 buckets available. Let's do that. All right. There we go. So let's make ourselves a new bucket. Do that. That. And that. Let's get ourselves our invar. And the induction smelter is going to be very, very useful for us. It actually would have been wicked useful making all this invar. But I don't have it available right now, so never mind. So let's go over here. Induction smelter. Oops, I need some copper too. Open you back up. And an induction smelter. Let me show you what the induction smelter does. So, if you've noticed, I've been taking all my pulverized ferrous and mixing it with iron dust first. Well, now I don't need to do that, and here's why. The induction smelter, if I take 3 iron, right, pop that in the induction smelter. Notice it can use 40 RF per tick. And I take my invar ingot and pop that in the induction smelter. If I take my ferrous ingot, pop that in the induction smelter, it'll cook it straight up into invar. Nice, huh? I certainly like it. You can also do the same thing with the other alloy, electrum. It can be cooked up directly in the induction smelter. So that makes it a lot easier. So I can just now cook down all my pulverized ferrous straight into ferrous ingots and then cook those ingots with whatever that metal is called, iron, to produce invar, which will be a very, very nice addition for us. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we've hit the 30-minute point of the episode. And so it is time for me to bid you all farewell. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I certainly did. Getting started with thermal expansion is always fun for me. Anyways, folks, this has been Mr. Kassarian. If you enjoyed this episode, give me a like, comment, subscription. Let me know you're out there and you enjoy what I do. Also, if you have a few minutes, even though this is not my multiplayer series, go check out PsycheonRoa's stream at twitch.tv/PsycheonRoa. She is an excellent streamer and maintains a fantastic channel. You can also, from there, check out a link to play on the server. I also play there, and yeah, you might even see me on at some point. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Mr. Kassarian. As always, wishing you happy mining.